Within the walls of the Roma Research Facility, the human Confederacy's greatest held secret, an unprecedented event is taking place. One of the test subjects is beginning to have thoughts of their own. These people have been conditioned never to think for themselves, or any kind of dissidence for that matter. Today, however, is different. Ruby stands in her quarters alone, staring her own face in the mirror, a sight she hasn't seen in a long time. After she ripped her own mask off to save her life while chasing down a target, things have just seemed off. What thoughts are Ruby having? What is the Human Confederacy's next move? All this and more will be revealed in this episode of Superstellar.
It's been days since I've had my helmet. I can't focus on anything. My head is just a complete mess of thoughts, and what I can only guess are the fragments of memories. What's taking the production team so long? Don't they know how annoying this is? My head. It just won't stop pounding. It doesn't help that they won't even give me any painkillers for it. Somehow toughing it out is going to make me a better fighter. I doubt that. It's weird. Looking into this mirror, it's like it's not even me looking back. Maybe it's not. I swear I feel something here through this mirror. Some kind of warmth. Like there's another person just through there who looks just like me and mimics my every move. Maybe my senses are just in shock. Still. Sometimes it just feels like maybe I'm not alone here. Okay. I've been staring at myself for what feels like hours. This really isn't getting anywhere, and I still don't get it. I still don't feel the way I'm supposed to. And these thoughts, these horrible traitorous thoughts, just won't go away. I thought they trained me not to be concerned with anything. I guess they failed. I've been a loyal servant of the Confederacy for my entire life. What could that Grogan know that I don't? But what if there is something there? What if he wasn't lying when he spoke to me? What if the Confederacy is actually a malevolent force? I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'd think about that if it was true. What do I believe in? Wow. I didn't think I'd come up blank on that one. It's such a basic question. I could have sworn I'd have an answer ready for it immediately. I guess I believe in doing what's right, helping others, and serving one's state. The question now becomes, am I breaking my own beliefs doing what I'm doing? I guess that's how I can determine if what I'm doing is bad. In terms of doing what's right, some people would probably be inclined to say that the missions we carry out aren't the right things to do, but they've all helped the Confederacy further its vision. These missions weren't without reason. The sad truth is sometimes people have to die to make the galaxy a better place. If someone needs a weapon to take care of someone that is committing injustices, I don't think I'm breaking my morals by being that weapon. I'm just in other people's morally gray area. Now, helping others. I know I do that all the time. I don't know if I've ever acted in self-interest. Basically, everything I do is to further someone else's ambitions. The administrator always tells us we're doing good work, so we're definitely helping him. To say that we're not helping people would be to say that the administrator is lying. Right? Finally, there's serving my state. Not much of a belief now that I think about it. Why should some entity get my blind loyalty without any second thought for myself? Is blind patriotism really a virtue I value? What am I really doing being a weapon of the Confederacy? What really is their goal? They say that they're promoting the safety and security for the future of the human race, but what does that really mean? They've never made their ambitions very clear to us beyond that. What exactly are the methods they plan to use to promote the future of the human race? These other races, are they truly inferior? Are they really bringing the galaxy down? Or do I only believe that because someone told me to believe that? There's so many memories that are rushing through my head, but they're all just blurs. Like it wasn't even me who experienced these events. These must be false memories created by the stress my body's been going through without the combat supplements. I know who I am. Or do I? Who is Emma? Am I Emma? Is Emma the person in the mirror? Is Emma just someone else that looks like me? Was there ever even an Emma? Or was this all just some scheme cooked up by that Grogan to try to save his own skin? Krong said he noticed something about me. That's how he recognized me. This scar on my cheek. I don't remember where it came from. Maybe Saf knows? If only they let us talk while we're not on duty. Maybe Saf knows the truth to all of these questions, or maybe he's in the same spot as I am. I feel like I need to ask, but I'll have to be careful. They're always monitoring the audio through our suits. I'll have to disguise the conversation somehow. If I am Emma, if the Confederacy is actually pure evil, what will or even can I do next? I've seen what happens to people who don't follow orders. It never ends well for them. But if this is true, can I really keep doing what I've been doing? Can I really keep being a weapon? These thoughts are too much. I need to get my helmet back. That'll straighten me back out. A wandering mind is dangerous to our society. Dr. Letka, are you here to finally put me out of my misery?
Merely to put an end to it. Ruby, come with us. We have reconstructed your helmet and rebreather. It is a required piece of your uniform, so we must reapply it immediately.
Is this going to finally end this awful headache?
The reintroduction of the helmet should cure any ailments you are currently experiencing. I believe these are symptoms of a sudden loss of our combat supplement system. You'll be back up to 100% as soon as you're plugged back in.
I guess the administrator couldn't be bothered to come escort me himself?
He was very busy at the time he delegated the work to me. A call from on high regarding a new mission the overseers are saying is high priority, hence the rush to get you back in working order. We can't have you going off-world without the concealment and supplements provided by your helmet.
Why did it take so long to rebuild it?
This helmet isn't a simple hunk of metal. There are a lot of different functionalities built into it. It enhances your focus, strength, psionic connection, and so on and so forth. Well, that and our files on your project were completely wiped out by General Tullen, so we had to make sure our process was exactly the same as it was last time, without any development steps to follow. It wasn't exactly the easiest thing in the galaxy.
Why didn't we have one on backup?
If it were up to me, we would. But our department has been the subject of many budget cuts in the Confederacy's new austerity measures. These backups were a risk the administrator was willing to take, as we've never seen a failure like what you experienced. Rest assured, this will not happen again. Somehow you found the 1 in a trillion case where it would give out. You'll feel better soon, and you will stop asking all these questions.
Are all these soldiers really necessary?
It is protocol to have our assets escorted through the hallways of the facility, you know that. We've been doing things this way since you've existed here. Do I sense you questioning the way things operate here?
No. Just curious. Wow. I guess I never noticed how much goes on in here. So many projects all at once. Am I just one small cog in a machine that's way bigger than me?
Pieter, how are the repairs of the Cyclops going?
They are going well. Still no idea what made it act like that, but it shouldn't be hurting anyone else on our side anytime soon, just like the rest of them.
Good. The administrator wants an RCA done on your findings. We cannot afford these kinds of transgressions. Dr. Akari, any updates on Project Amethyst?
I'm afraid not. The implant still seems to be largely unstable.
Get the situation under control. Have you tried modulating the biphase energy interceptors yet?
Well, I hadn't thought of that yet. I'll go try that now.
Perfect. See that it is taken care of. Ali, Is the helmet prepared?
Dr. Letka, we were just making sure the helmet was completely painted and functioning as the administrator requested. All systems are up and running, and crucially we were able to reconstruct the Avaran system.
I will remind you once that the Y system is the official name of the instrument you are referring to. Operational integrity requires that we refer to our systems by their proper names. But I digress. It seems our outreach to the sponsors got us good results then. Perfect.
Yes, they did. It was no easy task completely rebuilding this fine piece of machinery. But luckily some of the original project's engineering team were still around, so we were able to reconstruct everything to a reasonable degree of accuracy. We took a couple liberties with modernizing the design for the fashion of today, but otherwise, a near-perfect replica of what we had before.
Excellent work. Is the fitting station prepared?
It's been a while since it was last used, but I just tested it. Everything seemed to check out okay. We should be good to go with the procedure.
I don't think the fitting station has ever looked so intimidating. All those straps and metal instruments, all designed to hold me down and force something on my head. If this thing was anywhere else, I think it would be used to torture information out of prisoners.
Ruby, step up here.
Am I getting cold feet now? Why do I feel like I'm afraid of doing this? I've done this so many times before.
Get on the table, please.
I can do this.
Can you guys get this thing any tighter? I feel like my face is about to get crushed by this thing.
Sorry, it's part of the way this thing works. It should relieve the pressure once it's calibrated.
Can't it calibrate faster?
This is DRL. Cease interaction with Project Gemstone immediately. Our directives have changed.
We are shut down, Administrator. Are you coming to the lab?
I'm entering now.
Great. What a great spot to be shut down in. Well, I guess I'll have a headache for another reason tomorrow.
Everyone, I need this helmet off Ruby. Orders have come from on high, and this procedure is to be halted until after we complete a mission we've just received. It's a tall order, I know, but it is a necessary one.
With all due respect, Administrator, that seems like a very foolish idea. This procedure needs to be completed to ensure our asset is retained. Halting this process is something I disagree with. Sending Ruby out in this state I cannot allow to happen. Remember what's happened in the past when you sent a psionic operative out without our full control?
I agree with you, Letka, and I remember the past as well as anyone else. But are you doubting the Overseer's authority? It's by their direct rule that I'm here before you right now. Rest assured, I wouldn't make an irrational decision like this without extremely careful consideration. Ruby will be in a non-combat role, and plain clothing will be required. Normally we'd use a stone for this type of mission, but the Overseer has requested a scion to be used. Their contact apparently requested it. Is it foolish? Yes, absolutely. It's probably one of the most stupid ideas I've ever heard, but I think a more foolish thing would be to disobey them.
Why would they request something like that?
To tell you the truth, I don't know. They've twisted my arm about as far as it'll go, though. I can only push back so much before something breaks. This is just a really bad time for them to have to ask this because I'm already in hot water with them.
Very well then. It seems we have no other option. We can't resist the Overseers any more than we already have. I believe in your vision and your ability to pull this off. Ali, please release Ruby from the fitting station. Ensure the helmet is removed and stored safely until we need it.
Yes, sir. I'll get right on that.
A mission without my helmet. I don't know if I'm up for this. I guess I'm going to have to try to do what I can to get out there and be functional. I doubt the choice is up to me. Maybe they'll finally give me some pain medicine. It feels so nice to finally have my circulation back. If you made me stay in there any longer, I think I might have lost some limbs. Those straps are really tight.
Losing your limb would certainly have damaged one of our greatest weapons against the injustices of the galaxy. Dr. Letka, make sure that the pressure regulators are checked on the table for me. I don't want to take unnecessary risks.
As you wish, Administrator. I'll ensure it is done before Ruby returns.
Come along. We have much to prepare and not much time to prepare for it. Ruby, prepare to be a good weapon. And get the job done.